What is up, guys, and welcome to another video. Today we got some interesting stuff to do. We're gonna find out why our Ford 2.3 continues to leak, even though we've tried to fix it a billion times. We think it has an issue with the crankshaft. We think it has an issue to do with the crankshaft itself, so we're gonna look at that. And then in addition to that, because you guys know we have way too many projects going on, we're gonna put as much stuff from the Jeep outside, this guy. So we're gonna put as much as we can from that onto this, but we can't do that until we have a cylinder head, and we don't have a cylinder head. So like a lot of you guys, we respect money, so we're gonna go to the junkyard and try to get a cylinder head on the cheap. I hope you can hear me because Devin's just fucking around making a ton of noise right now.
Jeeps are notoriously shitty and rusty, man. We're gonna need all sorts of crazy tools.
That's right. So, as many of you know, we're getting rid of the truck, but this is a good time to use it one last time. In the future, we'll maybe we'll have the Jeep, but for right now, we're not going to take the new daily to the junkyard. So we're going to load the truck up with an arsenal of tools. We're going to need this impact wrench. We're going to need all sorts of breaker bars. We're going to need all of the sockets. Should we just fill a backpack full of shit? Walk in there like that?
That's what I'm doing.
Today is Sunday. It's interesting that the junkyard's open. I got adult shit to do tomorrow. I have jury duty, so that sucks ass. So we have to do tomorrow's video today. And luckily for us, there's a junkyard in San Diego that's open. Not much more to say right now. We'll see you guys at the junkyard. Alright, we're at the junkyard. Pulling into the junkyard. We're gonna see if we can successfully rip a 4-liter head off of a
Holy shit, there's a lot of people.
Yeah, I guess everybody knows it's open on Sunday. There's a fuck ton of people here. Excuse me, there's a shit ton of people here.
Much better.
Much better. Alright.
Alright, let's see if we can find one first and then come back for the tools.
Second home.
Been here quite a few times recently.
Yeah, because we got a bunch of piece of shit cars. And a rigged up 911 turbo.
We found one.
It's pretty clean. It's the right one. We're gonna go get our tools now.
Yep, right straight 6. Let's see if we can get it out of here at this weird angle.
Okay, so the first thing that has to come off is the valve cover, and as you can see, this is not a good sign. That is a lot of sludge.
Yep.
That's a ton of sludge. That's
a very bad sign.
So we're gonna take this off, and before we go any further, obviously get a better look at this thing. And it's the natural order of this removal is we gotta take this off to get to the bolts anyway. Okay, that's first look. Oh, no thank you.
Whoa!
Moving on.
Gnarly, holy shit.
I don't know if I've ever seen anything that bad before.
Oh! Good thing I brought 10 million pairs of gloves, dude. Holy shit.
So we're not gonna even bother with this one, obviously. It's never had an oil change, so.
Nope.
Moving on. So that was a little disappointing. We figured a junkyard this size would have more Jeeps, but they did not. They had some that were a little too new with the cylinder head. We wanted something in the 90s because that's more along the lines of what our particular 4-liter block is. There is a taco truck to take the paint away though.
Yeah, we're gonna swing by that taco truck, and then there's actually another pick your parts junkyard that's up in Oceanside. It's a little bit of a hike for us, but we're gonna head up there and see what they got.
Yeah, we're gonna drive an additional almost hour to go see if we can find this cylinder head.
More than an hour.
Is it more than an hour?
We are 30 minutes south and it's 40 minutes north of us, so we're gonna go just over an hour.
Shit, son.
Yep.
Okay. Freaking truck had holes in it. Couldn't read anything on the signs. That's how you know it's good. I already tried mine. It's a burrito filled with french fries, so obviously it's bomb. Devin just got a regular steak one.
It's fire, as always.
And you know it's legit when they serve the cane sugar glass bottles of Coke in liter form. And this is the best kind of Coke. So we're gonna crush these, and then I guess we'll take a look at that other junkyard, and then we'll go back and we'll look at the turbo Ford motor. A lot of stuff to do. We decided to not drive it over an hour and just call them instead, and they said they didn't have any complete engine 4.0 in the 90s Jeeps there. So I guess we're gonna look online, check out eBay. The issue is that with the years past with these 4-liters, the cylinder head castings change. So if we get one for a year that's not the same as our engine, we also need to get the intake, the exhaust maybe, and the injectors and all that stuff. So it's not just a simple swap. or look more into it. We're back at the house now, and we have other things to do anyway. We definitely want to get the Jeep running as fast as possible. And once it is running though, we're thinking about ways to incorporate it into the channel. We do live really close to Mexico. We like going down to Mexico. Would you guys be interested in like a Mexico vlog series in the Jeep? We go a few times a month maybe.
It's the perfect Mexico vehicle, so.
We could upgrade the suspension maybe, put some King shocks or something in there. Spend way too much money on it. It'd be neat.
Maybe do coilovers.
Yeah,
because leaf springs kind of suck.
It's still on leaf springs. So if we were going to do anything, you know, off-roady, sand dune in the desert, we'd definitely upgrade the suspension. But let's get it running first.
It'll drive on the beach fine like that, but won't do dunes. That's for damn sure.
In the meantime, we got this really leaky main seal here. That's definitely the problem. You know, and I think, quite honestly, I think we just installed that Speedi Sleeve wrong.
Yeah, it was a bitch to access underneath the car. It goes on weird, and then like you gotta peel it like a can of tuna. I don't know. It'll be much easier with it off the car, but we're gonna take the bottom end apart and take a look at that and see if that is actually the problem.
Well, you know, and looking down there, it looks like the seal's a little torn up because it went on crooked.
Yeah.
Well, we thought you just hammered it all the way down, but you have to stop.
Yeah. We had some issues while putting that on.
So we're going to see about doing it the right way now. For those of you curious about the internals of this motor, it is a stock crank, CP pistons, Crower rods. It has a Beauport Stage 3 head, and it's a stock block, obviously. It's not sleeved or anything crazy like that. And with that setup, you should be strong enough for 500 horsepower. It's not difficult to do, so CP and Crower is what you want to do for the pistons and rods. Go to stingerperformance.com. They have everything spec'd out. You order the pistons, and then you tell the machine shop what size to machine your block to. Really easy to do. Stinger Performance has all the write-ups and articles, everything that you need.
Literally everything on there. They
have all the supporting parts too, like the intake, the 90-degree, you know, flipped over thing. This is all ported out and stuff like that. I think this fuel rail also came from there. They got everything. We bought everything for this engine at Stinger. So if you want to build a Ford 2.3, check out Stinger Performance.
A lot of RTV on there.
Yeah, that was our attempt to make it not leak. Was just a shit ton of RTV. Okay, so this looks exactly how we thought it would, which is fine because this engine has like 100 miles on it. The issue is under this cap, which will blast off right now. Alright, yeah, you can see how it's all torn up because of our Speedi Sleeve.
Too far.
Yo, it's all flared out too. See, it's bent?
Yep.
Huh.
Could be because we smashed it on there incorrectly.
Yeah, so that's not on right, and I'm gonna go with the problems of that right now.
Yeah, look at that.
This is not right, obviously, so we're gonna carefully remove that by cutting it. And put a new one on, I guess. Okay, so this groove was here. We looked at some old footage, and even if it wasn't, this if you look at the seal itself, it stops before that. Now we put our sleeve all the way to the end, which we don't need to do. The way these work is you could see the lines from the machine shop here, right? You could even see these nicks from where I just got this thing off with a screwdriver. But the way this works is this provides a flat surface for this to sit on so it doesn't leak in case you have a corroded or rusted crankshaft like we do. And if we put it up to this line, it will not only cover all of the machine areas, it'll cover those new nicks, and this should work fine. We just put this on wrong the first time, that's why it didn't work at all.
Yeah,
so,
it was on there a little bit too far.
Now that we know and we got the engine out and it's easy for us to install this perfectly, we're going to get a new one of these repair sleeves. I'm going to try this one more time, and if that doesn't work, we'll tear it out again and we'll get a new crank without any of this nonsense happening. Okay, so we just got back from a just an auto parts store. It's funny asking for these Speedi sleeves or crankshaft repair sleeves because they don't know what the hell it is. They've never dealt with this before. Basically what we've done, you want to explain a little bit about how we prep this?
Yeah, getting the old Speedi sleeve off, there we got a little bit of nicks in here. All we did was sand down those burrs a little bit so it's nice and smooth. The sleeve should cover all of that, so anything that's divoted isn't really an issue. It's burrs that stick up that would cause a problem.
Yeah, and these Speedi sleeves cover a wide range of damage from like rust and old corrosion to pitting, and it should work. And if it doesn't, you guys saw it only takes us about 2 hours to remove this motor. We'll just get a whole new crankshaft. It sucks, but we need this car to not leak so we can progress with it further. That's why it sat so long, because it just kind of pisses out a quart of oil every time we drive it.
Yeah, and we've tried 4 or 5 times to repair this leak underneath the car, so we kind of just got fed up with it, needed to take a break from trying to fix this one single leak over and over.
Yeah, and after that, you know, we could actually mess around with seeing how much power it makes. Because we built this motor for 500 horsepower. You know, we would need to run E85 and, you know, get it professionally tuned to do that, but it is strong enough to run at least that much, and we want to achieve numbers over 400 wheel. Yeah. I think we could do that.
Definitely.
So the new sleeve comes in at 10 tomorrow. I'll be at jury duty, and Devin will be installing that.
I'll take care of that.
And then from there, we will be pulling the Porsche in to paint that. You guys can't see it because of the way that the sun is, but we'll be pulling that in to get it painted, and we'll continue our part search for the Jeep. But that's that.
Yeah. Alright, it is day 2, and I just picked up the Speedi sleeve from O'Reilly's, and JP is currently going on his 4th hour of jury duty with seemingly no end in sight. Which sucks for me because, look at that. This Speedi sleeve will not go on with the engine on the stand. This is actually the Speedi sleeve. This little cup below here is the installer tool. You just slip it over there and hammer it down, but obviously it's not slipping over anything right now. Luckily Matt has the day off, so I have some extra hands to help me get this thing back onto the cherry picker and drop it down to the ground so I can get that over that and actually be able to hammer it on. So I guess I'll get going with the toe straps. That was actually extremely easy. I didn't even need Matt's help. With the toe straps set up a little bit more sensibly than when we took it out of the car, and the heavy side being on the bottom, it's actually relatively well balanced. So I just lifted it up high enough, and the engine stand over there, well, that's not the engine stand, the engine stand over there just kind of slid right off. So I'll get Matt out here to help me guide it to the ground appropriately, and then I should just be able to take that yoke off the back of it and slip that Speedi sleeve on. Alright, I just decided to leave the engine hanging there because once I slipped that yoke off, I had pretty good access to this this crank, and as you can see, I've started putting the Speedi sleeve on. They are pretty simple. We just messed it up the first time because it was underneath the car and we couldn't really see what was going on, and it was our first time messing with these. But you have this little cup. The cup goes over, meets up with the lip right there, and you just simply tap this thing on until you get it to the appropriate spot, and then you'll see that there is a little groove right here, and that's where this lip will detach from the Speedi sleeve itself. You kind of just like, you cut it a little bit so you get it so that it starts tearing, and then you roll it like a can of tuna, and that thing comes off and your Speedi sleeve is all set. So I'm just going to tap this on the rest of the way and see about taking off that lip. All right, it is on there all the way. It looks significantly better. It's actually straight this time. I did a spin around and it is completely covering up all of the imperfections that were in this. And you can see right here, I don't actually have a rear main seal because I forgot to pick one up. But this outside notch is where it sits, and you can see that that lines up perfectly with the Speedi Sleeve. So when we get the new rear main and we slap it on there, it should seal that up perfectly, and this thing should no longer leak. So I'm going to shoot down to O'Reilly's, pick that up, slap the bottom end of this together, but that's all you guys need to see for this one, and that's how we're going to wrap it up.
Alright guys, so the camera battery's dying and we're going to try to rifle this off as fast as possible because we don't want to charge it and do it again. That's going to wrap it up for this one. Devin's going to pick a winner for this video's giveaway. If you guys are not familiar, we give away products from boostedshades.com every single video. Come on Devin, speed choose this winner.
I'm trying.
Doesn't even have the video up. You're dropping the ball, dude.
You hit record, bro. Alright. This video's winner is Ryan Birchmore.
Okay, Ryan, you can hit us up at Teamboosted at boostedshades.com or through any of our social media platforms. We'll get back to you and ship you your prize. To win, if you guys are interested in winning, all you have to do is like, subscribe, leave a comment. Sometimes we ask you guys things. A good way to support us is to do all those things anyway and check out what we have for sale at boostedshades.com. That is how we have the money to do these builds. This video's question, it was kind of difficult, not really at all actually, to find that Speedi Sleeve, but we have had problems looking for parts in the past. This video's question is, what was the most difficult part for your project to find?
And that's going to wrap this one up. As always, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
That was fucking clutch.